All right. Well, welcome to National University live session. Today is July 10th, and this is for Management 309 Principles of Management and Organization. So, if you're looking for Pottery 101, you're in the wrong class. Just want to get that out right away. All right. So welcome. Never know how many folks are going to show up for a live session. So I am glad you're here. Um, first night, although a lot of you had said hello in the classroom, which is awesome. Love reading and all that. Do like to just take a minute and get to meet you. Like to know a couple things about yourself. Where you're at in your academic journey, what you do for work, any hobbies or anything you just want to share, and then where do you kind of sit in the world? I always like to get an idea where people are at. I've had students really all over the world on the virtual campus, so that's always exciting. Just a little about myself. I'm sure you had an opportunity to read or peruse the little bit of a bio that I put into the class. One of the important things I do like to share is all my schooling, like 99.9% probably, from getting my associates all the way to my PhD, has been while I worked and had a family and had to juggle life. So I like to say that because I know what it's like on that side of the camera, and if during class something comes up legitimately, reach out and I can work with you. Discussions, those are pretty much for the week, and when that week's over, they're done. So there's really no makeups on discussions, but as assignments, if something comes up, then definitely reach out to me and try and work with you through getting through that. I know my long tenure in going to school, there's been a few times where I hit personal things, and I always appreciate when the professor worked with me through it. So definitely want to pay that forward. Um, for the last 20 years, I've been working in healthcare, and all the work that I've done has been to make organizations run better, basically provide a better customer or patient experience, and worked with either in individual roles or had large teams. And the most I ever had is 150 people. I've had manage people all over the world: India, Ireland, Canada, off the top of my head, of course, United States. So it's been a fun journey so far. So let me hit the pause button and let me pick the upper left square. Wadsworth, maybe you can share a little bit about yourself.
All right, yeah. So, hi, Professor, and my fellow students. I'm Wadsworth Charles. I'm originally from the Commonwealth of Dominica, which is a small um, former British colony. We speak English and French over there, and some French Creole. Um, my educational journey is long. This is going to be my first bachelor's degree. I did do some studies in Cuba and Trinidad and Tobago. And right now I'm here in National, and this is my last class to complete my bachelor's degree.
All right.
And I should, yes, sir.
That's
And I
exciting.
should, yes, yes. Well, it's kind of nerve-wracking because I'm studying the master's in accountancy on the 5th of August, and this class goes on the 3rd. So we need to talk about a bit of an accommodation if I could advance some like work, so I could get my grades into the register, so I could schedule my classes, because they did accept me into the master's program, but they need to see the grades first. So yeah, I'm a single parent as well. Had my son for like 11 years straight, and going to work and doing school at nights on the weekends. is a bit much, but I always try to prioritize school and work and my son. So I'm not doing much, like going to the club, partying, stuff like that. So that's been my life. But I definitely want to continue, do the masters, and maybe do a PhD later on. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Well, obviously, I want to do the CPA after I do the masters. Just to build up my CV, because right now I'm doing insurance. So I'm doing Medicare sales. So I have a health, life, and annuities license.
All right, very good. I actually started. This was back in 2003, I think. I had started insurance brokerage, and so
Wow.
yeah, did life, health, did auto, home for a while, did investing, individuals and stuff, and really enjoyed it. And then I got a Kaiser Permanente. I saw an old resume of mine on Monster.com and called me up out of the blue and offered me a great position with the company, and I'm like, I'll take it. So,
That's great.
Yeah, as much as I enjoyed doing the insurance, I'm like, well, shoot, that's like a great opportunity. I could always sell insurance, but I tell you, that's something I really enjoyed. Because like all the work I do and have done has been, I don't really interact with our patients or clients, so I'm behind the scenes. And one of the things I really enjoyed about the selling insurance and doing financial, advisory is you get to work right with the people, and it's satisfying that you can, help somebody and make them happy, so I always got a lot of gratification.
Yes.
For sure. So, all right. Well, thank you, Wadsworth. You go by Steve or Steven, Mr. Barker?
Either or, doesn't matter to me.
All right. Well, you're in the lower left corner in my screen. You want to share a little bit?
All right. My name is Stephen Barker. I'm a retired Navy. After I retired, I worked as a civilian for the Navy. Progressed up the GS pay scales pretty quickly. Then I had a big reflection of, that's not what I want to do, being a leader. So I dropped back down and started working for the VA, helping veterans. Enjoyed that much better. There's no upward mobility in my position, but it's at a level where I can be hands-on doing helping veterans with healthcare and stuff here in San Diego. Originally from Ventura, California. I could have graduated, a couple years ago, but I was, life changes, stopped school, and then just recently started back up school again so I can finish. I'm like 3 months away. Right. My last class is in October, none in September. So just this month, next month, and then October is it. I originally pursued a career in human resources. I'm kind of like by the book. I like to, policies and stuff like that is my kind of thing. But now I'm kind of like not really interested in that field anymore. I kind of like doing what I do now, helping veterans with, compensation and pension and getting them evaluated for their exams. So I kind of like doing that aspect more now. Doesn't say I won't ever change my opinion in the future. This is that right now. I just, something that I'd rather be doing is this than climbing a ladder and structure. I like to be the guy, the liaison between the veteran and the doctor. So that's what I kind of like doing.
That's great.
So it has its rewards and its disadvantage. You deal with veterans with all kinds of, medical history and stuff like that. So I've been yelled at, chewed out, disgruntled veterans, deal with people with severe cases too, that are really immobile and get around, all ages from 20 years old to I think the oldest was like 91. So it's all spectrum. I like what I do. I'm a father of fraternal twins, a boy and a girl. They'll be 5 next month. They are autistic and nonverbal. So that has its challenges with life. I'm divorced. So, during the weekends, usually I have the kids. Weekdays, I'm kind of working and, doing other things. Um, they, it's very rewarding to see my kids, I can provide them, the opportunities. Can be a challenge. Overall, I hope to finish this degree plan and then kind of maybe take a step back and see what I want to do in the future, or if I'm continue doing for this for a while longer. It's something I have to really kind of
think about.
Think about. Like I said, I could have graduated back in 2021. But I took a couple years off and try to, climb the corporate ladder. Took the initiative. But otherwise, I'm glad to get back into school again. Had a break last month, but this month I have 2 classes. So I'm trying to get these 2 knocked out. Then follow with August and then in October. So other than that, yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of APA formatting writing in a very long time, probably since 2021. So I definitely need to relearn that. You don't use it's a skill you don't use for a while. It takes a minute to retrain your train of thought. So that's going to be a little bit of a little bit of a hurdle, but something I cannot overcome.
Well, you've come to the right place for APA formatting.
Yeah. I think the last one I did was like 2021. It's been a couple years, but we'll get it done.
Yep.
Other than that, happy to be here. I had to fight the rush hour traffic to get here on time. So 5 o'clock, if I'm a little bit late because of traffic, but I'll try to be here every week at least to, get people's, questions that people may have that I didn't thought of, or questions I have and people don't think of.
Yeah, and it's and I'm definitely, like I said, appreciate everybody being here. And Stephen, thank you for your service for the country too. By the way, it much appreciate that and much gratitude. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was actually a civil engineer out of high school, and I went back to school to make a career change. So I know what that's like. And then, Wadsworth, one of the things you were saying is when I started my MBA, I basically told my family, I have 2 daughters. They're, one's going to be 18 next month. The other one is 22 or 23, and she's actually leaving LAX right now to fly to Italy on a 3-week study abroad scholarship. So she's just getting to the airport a little while ago. But back then, I had told my family, don't count on me for 2 years. Just like, extended family and events and it just don't count on me. I'm just telling you for the next 2 years, I am not going to be available. So if I don't show up, don't be upset at me, so, but anyway. All right, Noel, you are in the bottom right square.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm Noel Dominguez. I'm originally from California. Like Stephen, I'm also a retiree, but I'm a Marine Corps retiree. I did 25 years in the Marine Corps, and I just retired a few years ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So right now, I've taken, obviously, in the military, it's kind of hard. I've taken courses throughout the years. It's just never been able to actually finish my degree. And I'm trying to do that now. The good thing is that I started early with basic management because that's kind of what I wanted the whole time. And but when I got out, I got into the MCJ RTC program. So I'm currently working as a RTC instructor.
All right.
So I got out, and my priority was, when I got that employment, obviously, was my credentials. So I was trying to finish my credentials. I got one course left for my credentials, and I'll be done with that. And then I'll finish my goal is to finish my BA in management, and let's see what happens from there. I love what I do, and helping the kids out, the students and everything. I love the staff that I work with, but I feel like sometimes I could do more in that leadership standpoint or different positions. So, I'm not saying that's going to be something that I'm going to be doing forever. So I'm kind of keeping my options open. If a better opportunity comes up, I got my eyes open. So that's why one of the reasons why I finished that.
I was going to say, and I think that's a really important aspect to keep there is the opportunity. When I went to get my MBA to do a career change, and I had no idea where I'd end up, but I'm like, well, I'll get an education and be ready. And
Yes.
so yeah, it's a great way to go. So definitely. All right.
Yes.
I'm
Thank you.
also located in Southern California, born and raised here. Yeah, it's definitely been hot. So, all right, gentlemen. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And once again, thank you as well for your services. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and
Thank
dive
you.
into. We'll go ahead and dive into class. And of course, I record the sessions and we'll post them tomorrow mid-morning. Also, I really apologize for I really apologize for the everything I had posted in class being a week early. I'm so used to national classes just kind of rolling, into the next one, and I didn't check. So lesson learned. But so I think I got everything realigned. So when I do the live sessions, what I like to do is focus on, of course, answer any questions, and then focus on the assignments and really go through that. The reading that's available. I figure, like myself, I read what I needed to for the lessons I had to do. I figured y'all will do the same. Just read as much or as little as you need. So, but yeah, that and any questions that y'all may have for the evening. Let me share my screen. All right. Well, why don't we'll take just a minute. You should be seeing the classroom there. I have 3 monitors, so every once in a while I pick the wrong monitor. Let's see here. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. All right. So when we go to the course home, I do post announcements every week. Like I said, we'll post the recorded sessions here as well. Some of these I have are already posted and they'll be time released. That's why yesterday or Monday it said welcome to week 2, which I had to update all my stuff since I was late. But let's go on down to the bottom. Again, just a little bit about myself. And then what just a little bit about what this course is about, and principles of management organizations. Our learning outcomes look to be describe theories and functions of management and business organizations, explain different ideas regarding organizational behavior, motivation, leadership, apply the common elements of effective communication, and employ approaches to managing change and innovation. So for the 4 weeks, and you all have had classes here, and if you blink, class is over. So it is definitely fast paced. One of the exciting things I do like to share, I just recently published a book called 6 Sigma Success Factors. I'm a certified Lean Six Sigma black belt and have been practicing Six Sigma for many years. I also have a master's in it too. So basically from my dissertation foundational, and then I took a few years to put that together. So I'd just like to share that as well. Okay. Introductions. I really appreciate everybody getting into class, and introducing themselves. I do like to read about folks and, respond back. That's always fun. That's one of the things I enjoy most about the classroom is reading about, about folks. And then every Wednesday is the plan. Every once in a while, something happens with work where I may need to change it, but that's rarely happens. I work from home, and my office computer is right there, so I have a short commute. Actually, been working at home since 2011, and when the pandemic hit, and everybody's like, "I work from home," it's like, yeah, okay, been doing that for a long time. So, let's see here. Course is asynchronous, so basically that means, it's your responsibility to look up what the assignments are, what to read, and, stitch that together. With that though, I'm here. If you have any questions, if you get stuck, if whatever it may be, that's what I'm here for, to help and give guidance and tell a dad joke here or there. During the week, if you got a question or need something, just shoot me an email. I have this computer here and on, and the email's there. Over the weekend, if you get again stuck or have a question, you can just shoot me a text. I will respond pretty immediately. If I happen to be in the middle of being in the water at the beach, then I may be a little delayed, but I will definitely get back to you ASAP. One of the things I do like to offer up to the students, please don't text me like at 10 o'clock at night on Sunday when your assignment's due, and Monday morning, and it's like, I don't get it, because you just started reading it like an hour ago. So chances are I probably won't text you back. So, and just some informational, you will have 2 PowerPoints, I think, in here in this class. I've been doing PowerPoint for a long time, forever. And with the APA manual, I used to teach APA as well. We talk about a dry class. And the APA manual really doesn't talk about PowerPoints specifically. So kind of married, what basic standard APA formatting for written assignments, and just, kind of common sense and norms and in doing PowerPoint presentations. I've done a lot of them. I've done some bad ones as well, and try to learn from those and, bring that forward. So just a quick video talking about that. Check it out. Like I said, and there's like a template here. Just you don't have to use it, but it just gives an idea of kind of like what I go through in the video, and that's the PowerPoint. You can use this template if you want as well. And I think it's your week 2 assignment where you have a PowerPoint. So I'll go through that like specifically in detail for that assignment, and just to help make it as easy as possible. My goal, my objective is to help make the class easy for you. And to give you tips and pointers, etc., where I can, and hopefully you get an A in here. That's the best case scenario. You're like, well, that class was easy, enjoyable, and I got an A, and so that's where I'm at. Same here. Again, similar APA formatting for for your research. Basically, when you do assignments, it is a research document. Although brief, it's still a research document. So I talked through, like, the APA manual is a great manual. It's got a lot of really neat things in there. When I wrote my dissertation, I used a lot of variable things in the manual, but again, our papers are short, and you only need to really master just a few key elements, and you can take that type of formatting into the business world. APA is third person, because you're writing about a subject, and same with business. You're typically always communicating about a thing. It's a task, a project, an issue. Not, hey, I feel really sad today about this. No, that's not it. So that's why I do really. I'm kind of a stickler for the APA, because it is directly relates to business and how you should write in business as well. And I think this was your week 1 welcome. Yeah. So posted that in class, and each week On Mondays, I've already written all these. They will go off just to give you a quick snapshot of what's ahead of you for the week. It's nothing I'm creating new. It's basically right out of the course for the week, but I just put it into one little snapshot, make it easy for you to kind of read through it, get an idea what's ahead of you that week. But yeah, so definitely check out the announcements, at least on Mondays, and go from there. Any questions about anything I covered so far? And please stop me along the way if something you think I'm saying is crazy talk, you get a question, please interrupt and let's talk about it. All right, so let's continue. Let's go to discussions. I placed this in a couple places in the course room because I, again, started the class early. I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that, I knew actually I caught up when the right dates were and everything's good to go. So I placed that in a couple areas just to make sure everybody was on the same page. The discussions are, it's pretty straightforward. I know for the classes I teach like 4 different classes, I think, here. The requirements are the same in my classes, different, courses, and some are master's level, some are bachelor's level. So hopefully this isn't new or surprising, but just, review and confirmation of, what the discussions are. I do really put here in bold and capital, just late submissions outside the given week for initial post and peer replies will not be graded. So, like I said, assignments, if you got an issue or something, I can work with you. But the discussions, it's like, when you go to school in person, it's like if class is on Wednesday and you miss it, you miss it. So there's really, and that's a university policy. But so like I said, if you need me, email me during the week. If it's on the weekends, there's my cell phone number. Just shoot me a text. And if you could say, hey, it's Steve from 309. I got a question for you or something like that. Just because I do got a few classes going, so that would be helpful. And introductions, and of course our weekly discussions. And again, just posted it down here. Again, just as a reminder, I like to have things in multiple locations. Just I always believe, learning by redundancy is the best way to go. Are there any questions about discussions and the like? All right, well, let's get into the content. Yes, Wadsworth.
No, Professor, I think, as you said, it's standard. It's pretty much the same throughout the different classes at National.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Oh, so yeah, okay. All right. Let's see. Learner resources. I think probably pretty boilerplate stuff in here as well. I know it is for course to course. Let's see, getting started. I think I wanted to go to, of course, and you're getting started, hopefully that you've had the opportunity to go through that as well. And some of it, again, is repetitive from what I had in the announcements. Just kind of getting into the course introduction and the description. And this really, again, we went through the CLOs on the announcements. And on down, what we'll be covering ultimately in class. So it's a good, some good insights for that. And then the course outline, where I wanted to take a minute and go through. So it's a week to week. It's the same format, which makes it easy to remember. Thursday is your initial post for the discussions. Hey, Anthony, welcome. Sunday, your assignments, each assignment's due, and of course, Sunday, your replies, plural, are due as well. So, 2 days really to remember, Thursday and Sunday. So, and Yeah, and the quiz, of course. So it's due by Sunday. So Thursday and Sunday, those are your key dates. Of course, when when you do reply to your peers, if try to mix the times up. Your initial post on Thursday, and then get a couple in there throughout the week. But definitely everything's due by Sunday. In your first one, we're just covering first week principles of management. Second week, planning and decision making. And week 3, motivation and leadership. And operations and quality management in week 4. And then, as the week is broken down and the assignments, etc. to follow. Any questions on, what the course outline entails and covers? Yeah, this course is it's pretty straightforward and pretty easy to follow, I think. So let's jump into week 1. There we go. Well, actually, I want to go back to. Let me divert there just for a moment. And just taking a look at the assignments again, you do have 4 assignments. I do want to just quickly take a look at what. Actually, let me go back to. Let's take a look at week 2, or I put them in the title. So week 1 is the research paper. Week 2, leadership style presentation. Week 3, new hire onboarding training presentation. And then week 4 is considered the signature assignment. And it is a more robust assignment of the previous 3. So do take, I'd say take a moment early on and take a look at the week 4 assignment, and don't kind of wait to the last minute of that, because it is a longer, more in-depth paper that you'll have to write. So let me go back to week 1. Okay, so introduction to principles of management and organization. It's really kind of just getting the boat in the water here, talking about what those principles of management organization are, and what the key takeaways are. And every week you do have your task list, course learning outcomes for week to week, pre-quiz to see where you're at and going through the material. Now, one of the things I did do when you click on the lesson 1, principles of management, then it takes you through those principles, a case study, which your assignment is based on, actually, your learning activity. Just walking through that. I did some last year when I taught this class, and it might have been the first or second time. I think it's maybe the second time. The students were commenting that there really just wasn't a lot of information in the course itself for the assignments. And so what I did is I created additional information and material that you can go through and use this for your assignment. So when you do have to provide resources on your assignment, and you use some of this that I've created, then you can just quote me as the author there, and I'll know what it is. And so I did provide quite a bit of additional information just to help provide some additional resources for your assignments. Right. Let me pause. I want to jump into going over the assignments. Any questions so far? All right. So, each assignment each week, it, provides a background, information, and then, what the assignment is requires. So background, organizational structure and design case study. Choose a company that you aspire to lead or are familiar with and analyze it. Analyze its organizational structure and design. Identify the different types of organizational structures and design and how it impacts the company's performance. Provide recommendations for improvement. And so that's the backdrop of it. And what you will be once you choose a company. So it's and it doesn't have to be one you even work at. It could be either where you work or not. It's just a company. Choose a company that you aspire to lead. Okay. And then this is the information that you'll be researching and then also writing about for the assignment. Let's see. So I broke this information out this way. So I do like for my students to understand where how the papers are going to be graded. This class actually didn't have it built-in rubrics only for the last signature one, so I created the matrix here. So when I grade the paper, grade your assignments, you'll know exactly what I'm looking for, based on what the requirements are, and you'll know how many points are associated to, each grading element. So once you do choose that company you look to aspire to, list the company name, industry type, their primary products, and their target audience. Explain if the organization is international, national, regional, local. Explain the type of structure, i.e. functional, divisional, or matrix, and they could be a combination of that actually as well. Explain the company design element, i.e. departmentalization, chain of command, span of control. Explain the impact of technology and globalization on the organizational structure and design, and then apply which major theory from lesson 1 best applies to your chosen organization's company. Give 3 to 5 reasons why you think the management theory fits the particular organization, and that you'll get from your reading. And I think that's some of the additional information I provided as well. And of course, if you want more, then going out and do some Google searches. But I think from what the school provided and the additional information I provided, I think that you're pretty well covered on that. Explain how does the organizational structure impact performance. Chain of command could be slow to respond, that kind of thing. Explain 2 to 3 ways this company could improve performance. Maybe lean out, cut some layers out, improve technology, fire the leadership. Those good things. Explain 2 to 3 reasons. Yeah. Okay. And then the length. This assignment must be a minimum of 4 pages, excluding the title and reference page. So basically, the body of your assignment. References include minimum of 4 scholarly resources, academic writing, and APA formatting. So, any questions on the assignment?
Professor, so just to make sure, so even if it's a company or institution that we want to write about or that we're interested in, just do the research and try to get as much as information to put this research paper together.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes, that's correct. Questions. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is one of the main reasons why I wanted to log in today to get some clarification on this assignment, because just wanted to make sure
Absolutely
that we didn't have to work there necessarily to write about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do this. who you work for or any other company. I like to, based on, the questions I get from students, I like to, make little additions or updates or tweaks to continually, in the spirit of continuous improvement. Save that.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Good question. Appreciate that. And then just again, you'll see stuff throughout the class, different places, just, about APA formatting. And this is a sample paper on APA formatting that here. So when you think about APA formatting, your title page, and so ultimately, the formatting you want to mirror in this paper here, a page number in the top right-hand corner, and then the information you want to have on it. You'll see in my video, and I think it's about time for an update. APA 6 had used to have those running heads, and you don't need to do that. When they went to APA 7, they got rid of that. So that's the only real difference between 6 and 7. So you don't need running heads, although I think in my video I touch on it. And then, again, when you hear APA formatting, you should think, automatically, okay, APA formatting, I'm going to have a title page. I'm going to have a paper title. I'm going to have an introduction. I'm going to have the body of my assignment, a conclusion, and my references. So in your course, if they don't, call all those particulars out, like, APA formatting, and they leave it, then automatically say, okay, title page, intro, title, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to need all those things for a complete APA formatted paper, even if in the body, the assignment doesn't list it all out. Okay. So, again, just starting your body. So your paper title goes here. And so this one would be, I'd say just, organizational structure research paper. There's your paper title right there. So it's going to go here and right here. So that's the same. And then you have your introductory paragraph. Introductory paragraph, paragraph is 3 to 5 sentences. So, the first thing you want right into your title is your introduction paragraph. And, it's the, what you've heard, it's, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you, then I tell you, and then I'm going to tell you what I just told you. Again, part of that, learn by repetition. So your introductory paragraph should just be a brief overview of what your paper is. And then, and again, 3 to 5 sentences as a paragraph. And then for these papers, because they are pretty short, basically you would take from each one of these segments here is say the first section you're going to cover is say company name and industry and target audience. Take that and just kind of, you can use it just like that, or if you want to shorten a little bit, but that would be really what your first level 1 header would be, right here in the middle and bold, and then write about it. I don't think you're going to need level 2 headers, because it's usually when you're subdividing a major topic, like let's say you're going to write on Ford trucks, and the Ford trucks is an F-150, F-250, F-350, F-450. Those would be good use of level 2 headers, right? Because your main title is Ford trucks, little intro, and then you're going to break them down. You're not going in that depth, so I don't think you'll need level 2. If you do, this is what the format is, and definitely won't need level 3. But it's all here. The conclusion, just, when you're done writing the body, you just have your conclusion. And the title, your paper title is what it is, the paper title. You don't say the paper title and then say introduction, or you don't say introduction. It's your paper title. And then we know the first thing should be your introduction to your paper. A little different on the conclusion is you actually say conclusion and then write your conclusion. For me, I always use that like as an outline. It really helped me, and I use that in business today. So, I'm going to go in and format my paper, put it in the title. I'm going to put in these level 1 headers, right? And then, so you know how it is when you go to write a paper and you're staring at a blank screen, right? A blank Word document. It's like, oh, I got to get started on this. Maybe you want to start with section 4, before section 2, but put in your outline. You can just write about it. And then of course, I would write my entire paper. Then I'd go back, write the introduction, basically copy the introduction, paste it as a conclusion, make everything past tense, and you're done. References, they are references, not sources, not resources. You'll hear them called that, and even, in assignments and things, you need 4 resources. Like, okay, your paper is references. And one of the things on the conclusion is, you're going to have your conclusion title, and then when you start your conclusion, you don't say in conclusion. That's redundant and not needed. So it's conclusion and then just your 3 to 5 sentence conclusion. And of course, on your references, they're in alphabetical order by last name of the author, and this is how it is to be formatted. And that's a quick overview on APA. Basically say pretty much the same thing in the video, but I may provide some more details in that one, but I think I covered it pretty well. Any questions on APA formatting?
Yes, Professor. Any special suggestions on in-text citations? Because I noticed you didn't have any in that example paper right there.
Yeah, you definitely need, so that's a great question. Let's see here. You do need in-text citations, and you know what? This one does not have a good call out. I need to update this one. This one actually, National University created. I had created one, but it was a little bit long. And when I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is shorter. I'll use it. But yes, Wadsworth, that's a great call out. Thank you. Every reference that you list in your reference section has to be used at least one time as an in-text citation in the body of your paper. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it. So every reference you use at least one time in the as an in-text citation somewhere in the body of your paper. Oh, that's a good call out. Did not notice that. Very good. Put that in there somewhere. All right. Any other questions about APA formatting? All right. Close that. Well, that's what I had wanted to go through today in the first session. Do a little meet and greet with everybody, and just go through the entire classroom, and then call out some key things, and then go through that first assignment. But do you have any questions about what I covered, or just any questions in general about the class?
Oh, the only thing I have, Professor, is that I needed to talk to you about the whole submitting the grades in early for my to start the masters next month. So if you could talk tomorrow or something, we could set like a virtual office time or something.
Yeah, I can do that. Or if you want to, if it's pretty straightforward, if you want to email me the questions, I can respond that way too. But yeah, why don't we look to connect tomorrow on that, and we can work it out.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yep, you bet.
All right, nice meeting you guys.
Thanks, Wadsworth. All right, any other, I know, Steve, I know you had wanted to talk a minute when we get done, but any other questions or anything about the class that you have? Anybody?
No questions for me. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, God bless everybody. Be safe. And yeah, you know where to reach me during the week and the weekend if you got any questions. And I am going to stop sharing, stop recording. All right. Where's the recorder?